Right, there's no secret that I'm a massive fan of easy running, and it's actually worked for me. I've run a sub 3 hour marathon off a 16-week training block from easy running. The problem with easy running is you have to drop your ego. See, Strava, although it's a good fitness tool, it brings out the worst in people. People cannot go for a run whilst using Strava and upload an easy run. Far too often, people's easy runs are way too fast. When they quote or save a Strava run as nice easy run in the bag and the heart rate is in the 170s, this is not an easy run. Stop rubbing your bravado to try and make you look better, because who gives a fuck? Slow down and you will reap the rewards. So today I'm going to be talking about easy running, what it is, the science behind it, the benefits about easy running, and how you actually implement it. If you're new to the channel, my name's Lee and I cover everything fitness. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at easy running and why it's so hard to run easy. Let's define easy running then. Easy running means running at an effort level that is easy. So if you think of, if you use the heart rate, or if you use an RPE, if we're using heart rate, no more than 75% of your maximum heart rate. And it's easy to work out your maximum heart rate. If you want to go for the 220 minus your age, if you want to go for math, which is 180 minus your age, or if you want to do a specific session such as the Cooper's test. If, however, you're working off the rate of perceived excursion, or RPE, no more than 6 or 7. How then do we identify this when we're running? Essentially, if you can't talk, then you should stop and walk. Easy running should be at a conversational pace. It should be comfortable, and it should be something that should be sustained for a long period of time. Why is it then that people struggle with easy running? The biggest thing is ego. People want instant gratification. So when they start running, they want to get faster as quick as they can, and they want to look good doing it. Because when they post times or post runs, they like to see that run in the 7 minutes or that run in the 6 minutes. Now you need to remember each run has a purpose. And if you're training towards a goal race or a target time, your training needs to be structured. So if you're doing anything more than 2 hard sessions a week, if you're an amateur, then you're not easy running. The major benefits of easy running come from the cellular changes that can occur. Because when you're running easy, your body really isn't under as much stress as it would be as if you're running hard. Then you give your body a chance to develop physiologically. Now, it's important to know that your easy pace will not feel the same every single day. There'll be a lot of factors that can affect this: sleep, diet, stress, if you're coming down with a cold, how much training you've done before, or even the weather. So your easy pace or zone 2 pace is going to be different every day. Next, let's break down the science. At the heart of easy training, or at the heart of aerobic training, is the scientific fact that your body needs to break down sugar and convert it to glycogen. This is then used as energy or fuel. By running slow, in the presence of adequate oxygen in your muscles, the body then utilizes the aerobic system. This essentially allows you to continue running. Let's now look at the aerobic system. In the aerobic system, energy ATP is produced through pyruvic acid and lipid protein fragments that enter the Krebs cycle and the electronic transport cycle. During aerobic respiration, you breathe in, the body then efficiently utilizes all the oxygen it needs to power the muscles, and then you exhale. When you're running aerobically or running easy, when you breathe in, the aerobic system is feeding oxygen to your muscles. This then is going to produce all the energy you need to perform. Now, capillaries are the smallest of the body's blood vessels, and they help deliver that oxygen to the muscles. So again, we breathe in, we get the oxygen to the muscles. Not only that, at the same time, they're delivering nutrients and taking out all the bad stuff. We need this capillary development. It's multifunctional. So the more capillaries you have surrounding a muscle fibre, the faster you can transport oxygen to the muscles and the bad stuff out. By running easy and taking in that oxygen, it increases the number of capillaries that you develop. This doesn't happen when you're running hard. Myoglobin is a special protein in your muscles that binds the oxygen that comes in. When oxygen becomes limited during exercise, the myoglobin releases that oxygen to the mitochondria to produce more energy. Now I know what you're thinking, how does this help me race faster? Run slow to get fast, run easy to get fast. It can't work. How does it work? Basically, the more myoglobin you got in the muscles, the more oxygen you can release, allowing you to run continuously. Again, like capillaries, running aerobically or running easy develops myoglobin, and you need that myoglobin to be able to run faster. Mitochondria is found in your muscle cells and it contributes to production of ATP, your energy. Along with oxygen, mitochondria then breaks down fat, carbohydrates and protein and turns it into usable energy. The more mitochondria that you have available to you and the greater the density, the more energy you can generate during your exercise. Again, this will help you run faster for longer. And how do we develop mitochondria? By running fucking slow. Not only does it increase the number of mitochondria, but it increases the size of mitochondria also. Run slower, people. How does running slow allow you to run fast? Easy runs allow for recovery from hard days. I'm not saying not to run hard, but learn to run easy properly. When you run easy, it serves a purpose. You are recovering from the big sessions, producing the mitochondria, the myoglobin, the capillary development, repairing your muscles. Once you've done a hard session, we need these easy sessions to prepare us to do another hard session. In all honesty, without these easy runs, you're not going to get faster. Because if you continuously do hard sessions, then your body is not going to be able to take it. It's during the easy runs that all these adaptations take place. Easy days easy, hard days hard. Easy days easy, hard days hard. Now, I want to talk about a few mistakes. A few common mistakes that I've seen with people trying to run easy. The biggest one is people run their easy runs too fast. Now this can be pressures from social media, especially if you have an online following. Strava is a great community, but it can be self-induced. You may want to always appear to be running fast. Drop your ego. Understand that easy running has a purpose. You have to run slow to get faster. Case in point, I've run a sub 3 hour marathon from running majority of my runs easy. In fact, I trained at MAF and the only speed training I'd done was marathon pace specific long runs. Now granted, I could have gone faster if I'd implemented hard training, but I just wanted to prove the process worked. Easy running does allow you to run faster because I built the mitochondria, the capillary development, the myoglobin. Now, life can get in the way. You may only have a certain amount of time to fit a run in. And if that's the case, then that run shouldn't be pushed hard. If you've got a set amount of time and you're focusing yourself to a distance, so let's say you've got half hour and you've got to get 6 kilometers in, then drop the distance. Make it an easy run and forget how far you have to go. If you've got time pressures, that should not alter your training, because ultimately, when you get to the end of the week, you're going to have spent too much time in the wrong zone and not developed all the things that I've just talked about, giving yourself more chance of injury. Let's say you've got a session coming up and you push too hard in the easy runs in the build-up. This then compromises that session. It compromises the pace that you could hit. Therefore, you're not getting the benefits of the hard session. And you're risking injury because you're constantly pushing your body and asking too much of it. Running easy can feel unnaturally slow, especially if you've been running a little bit too fast on your easy runs. It's going to take time to get used to. It's going to feel unnatural to you. And this in turn can have a detrimental effect, because you probably get bored of it because you think it's not having a positive effect on your later running. And then before you know it, your easy runs turn into moderate runs. In summary, given all the information that I've provided here to you today for easy running, you can take this however you want. All you professional, sub-elite, intermediate runners, if you think that this is, or what I'm saying is wrong, then whatever. Easy running needs to be pushed, because it's the cause of a lot of injuries in beginner runners. I see far too often beginner runners attempting workouts when their body's just not developed for it. It's not developed enough. They haven't done enough building of the things that I've previously mentioned. If your body's not prepared to do a hard workout or developed, that is how people get injured. And for fuck's sake, stop labeling your runs easy when your heart rate's mid 170s. Educate yourself, because it's not an easy run. Stop letting your ego take over what could be very valuable training. In my humble opinion, the biggest contributing factor to people not running easy is ego. So when you lace up your trainers to go out the door, leave the ego at the door. Every run has a purpose, and understanding that your easy run is going to allow you to push harder in your hard runs, and then afterwards allow you to recover from that hard session, making you a faster runner. By having that understanding, hopefully your easy runs will actually be easy. Whether you use the RPE or the heart rate, remember, if you can't talk, stop and walk. Guys, that's the end of today's video. My name's Lee. If this has brought you any value, then please click that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and drop a comment down below. How many of you actually run their easy runs a little bit too fast? Have you got the balls to admit it? I've done it in the past until I educated myself, and we'll see you in the next one.